All right, everyone. Today we are going to be completing the second lesson in Booklet 10, that is combining integers with subtraction. So this will be a nice continuation of lesson 1, very similar, but obviously we're subtracting two integers instead of adding them. Now, please remember the rules that we talked about in the previous lesson, which is what happens when you combine two additions, two subtractions, an addition and a subtraction, or a subtraction and an addition. Right? Two additions, two positives become a positive, two negatives also become a positive. But when the symbols are different, right? Remember the slot machine idea. When the two symbols don't match, that's a bad thing. That's negative. So we're going to use that right away. -7 minus -3, right? The two negatives are going to just make one positive. So this is kind of like we have -7 plus 3. And we can handle this problem. -7 means that I draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 negative symbols, and +3, 1, 2, 3 positive symbols. So let's pair these up and cancel them out. And what we're left with is 1, 2, 3, 4 negative symbols. So the answer is -4. Now, question 2, very similar, but instead of having two negative symbols, now I have a negative and a positive. So remember, when they're different, it becomes a negative. So I can rewrite this statement as +6 minus 4, but also remember, you don't need this positive in front, right? When there's just a plus by itself behind a number, you can erase that, and it means the same thing. So this is just 6 minus 4. We all know that 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. But if you wanted to, you could use this method that we have been so far, where +6 means that I draw 6 pluses, and -4 means that I draw 4 negatives, right? And when we cross that out, we're left with +2. Right, this method is helpful, but sometimes the answer is obvious, like in example 2. However, when we end up with a negative number, this method really helps us to visualize why we end up with a -4 and not a +4. Okay? Let's try a couple more. Here we have -1 minus +4. Now this negative and positive is going to make a negative, so I can rewrite this problem as -1 minus 4. So the -1 means that I draw 1 negative. The -4 means that I draw 1, 2, 3, 4 negatives. And there's nothing here to cancel out because there's no positives. So all that I can do is count the number of negative symbol. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So -1 minus 4 gives me an answer of -5. In this final problem, we again have a negative and a positive, so that's going to come out to be a negative number. So we can rewrite this as -5 minus 2. Right? And kind of like the question before, nothing's going to cancel out here. I have -5 where I draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 negative symbols. I have -2 where I draw 1, 2 negative symbols. And nothing cancels out, so we can just add up or count up all of our negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The answer is -7. And that's it for this lesson. Not too bad, very similar for the first lesson, but nonetheless, take some time to complete the homework. And as usual, please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.